Dino, Jack and Ash.
Good morning, Melbourne. What the hell did you guys do over the weekend? Gardner, you go first.
Big weekend of training for me. I'm 1 week down to go till the half Ironman.
Yep.
So lots of training, we swam in the bay yesterday to get used to that. Lots of riding, lots of running. So a week out now, so...
Jackie, is it just me or is Ash a bit quiet?
Ash is a bit quiet. We are, just to lift the curtain, over the next 4 weeks, we are sort of doing a weird setup in the studios here at Richmond as we're moving to our new South Melbourne studios next year. But maybe it sounds fine to everyone else.
Cool. Hey, Jackie, what'd you do?
The comedians. I went and saw Pangy's show Friday night at the Palais.
I heard all about this. Tell me everything.
It was so great. I feel bad spruiking it because you can't get tickets now. But if you're still going, or you'll be going in February, you're in for a treat. He was fantastic. Mick Malloy was fantastic. Marty. One thing I took away from it is Marty is a great physical comedian.
Yes.
Like, he did some proper dance moves that were hilarious and great. And then we were meant to be well behaved after because they had to get on a flight to go to Hobart to do a show Saturday night.
Yeah.
But we finished at a Indian cocktail bar at 4 a.m.
Yes.
Oh. Did Sam ask them to turn the music down?
No, he didn't. Which is rare for him.
Yeah.
And then you went
What'd you do, Dean?
They had their Hobart show as well, so what a big weekend for those.
And
that crew.
And him and Marty filmed the final episode of Have You Been Paying Attention for the
What?
yesterday. Imagine how puffy they would have been on that set
Oh,
yesterday.
wow.
Puffy-faced boys.
What about you, Dave?
I saw Kings of Leon at Sydney Maya. They were really
sick.
good. And then yesterday I went to Garden. I went to the elimination final at Big Park.
Oh, did you? The
Collingwood.
Bulldogs Collingwood game.
Your girls versus the Doggies, and it was a
Yes.
thriller.
I've got a
5
soft
points
spot
in
for the Doggies, though, as well, because that's the team my sister played for when she played AFLW. So that's
So
a
do you
hard
know
one
a lot
for
of
me.
them?
There's been a few players go through since the inaugural season.
Right.
But
It was so packed, like it was sold out. It was unbelievable. It was like a summer's day. It was so freaking great.
Amazing.
The AFLW finals are absolutely flying. Jake and Kilmore, what the hell did you do over the weekend? You got some news.
We got some great news that my son had beaten cancer.
Yes, mate.
That is
Jake,
amazing.
that is huge news.
That's unbelievable. Whoa.
He's been fighting for the last 3 years, and I'm just proud to say that he's done it.
Oh, congratulations, Jake. How has his morale been over the past 3 years? How has he held up as an 8-year-old? It's a lot for a little kid.
Look, he's had his ups and downs, but it's just he's always kept a smile on his face. He's always been tough. He's always been a strong boy, and just he's never looked down. He's always looked forward and just gone through them brick walls, and he's done it.
Jake, this is the greatest thing. This is the best possible call we ever could have had.
Yeah.
When they gave you the news, you want to tell us about that, or it's a pretty private moment, I guess?
They rang us up and said, "Can you come into the hospital?" And we went into the children's hospital, and the doctor, who we know as a family friend, just started crying, and we thought it was bad news, and he said, "He's done it. Brandon's done it. We've beaten the cancer."
Oh, man.
Wow. And how did he choose to celebrate? Like, what was the first thing he wanted to do after hearing the news?
The first thing he wanted to do was just party. He just wanted to invite his friends over, have a party, and celebrate, and that's what we did.
Jake, we're going to give you a bunch of stuff to do with this little champion. What a beautiful kid.
And to kick off an
Thank you very
unlimited
much,
ride
guys.
double pass to Luna Park. Get down to Luna Park, open Friday nights and weekends until school holidays.
Jake, that's unlimited rides, brother.
We're also going to send you a family pass to Melbourne Zoo, and we're also going to send you a family pass to the Big Bash League. Melbourne Renegades return to Marvel Stadium for Big Bash family fun on December 18.
Thank you very much, guys. It means a lot.
Oh,
Nice.
congrats,
You're welcome,
Jake.
Jake.
That's wicked.
Huge.
All right. It feels a bit grimy bringing up Kanye West every day because the man is really in a real hole at the moment, mentally. Jackie, I've been a Kanye fan since like 2004 when, College Dropout came out, and like he was truly unique and new, and he
Incredible at what he did.
He took over the world, right?
Yeah.
But the Kanye of the last 18 months has been pretty self-destructive, you could argue.
And this the last month,
Ash, you could argue.
You could say that.
over the last month, just sort of straight out racist as well, which is where I think he's done. I don't think he's coming back from this.
At the start of the behaviour, you could go, that's Kanye. But now you're like, oh boy, this is messed up. What are you doing?
And he keeps doubling down on it.
That's it.
There's no apology. There's nothing. He's going harder.
The hole started shallow that he was in, and then he just kept digging it, and now he's at the core of the earth.
Yeah.
And it's even at a point now where I have friends that like, you can't put Kanye on, or you can't listen to Kanye. So I'd made, this sounds so weird, I made a TikTok right on Saturday of like a dinner I went to, and I put a song to it, not even thinking, and it had like a Kanye remix in it. And one of my mates was like, you can't do that.
Yeah.
And then like,
Oh, yeah.
It's really on the nose.
Yeah, you really can't.
so obviously the awful anti-Semitic stuff, then all the race, the White Lives Matter stuff is traumatic for some people.
And
like,
also, he's just been harassing Kim for a very long time
She
following
has
that
put
breakup.
up with some
that's
proper
some
shit.
classic toxic shit,
Yeah.
right? Then okay, so you put all that aside, then you look at him as a business. He's wiped off hundreds of millions of dollars of his worth. Not that matters, you know.
He lost $2 billion just on the Adidas.
Yeah.
Right? This is real bad. But hey, he's back, Jack. What do we got?
The good news is he's still on Twitter, and a couple of, before I get to the tweet I want to focus on, a couple of his tweets that he's thrown out, like, over the last 24, 48 hours. This is 11 hours ago from Ye. Hannah Montana doesn't like black people. Okay.
I mean, why am I laughing
That
at that?
fictional character
that's not funny.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
fiction. Yeah, not even a real person.
Yeah.
The other one is Harry Potter was a racist.
That's a big, hey, that's big. It's a
that's
big
breaking.
revelation.
But one that he tweeted out a few days ago that I believe has since been deleted, it was on either Friday night or Saturday morning, was his announcement that he'll be embarking on a 30-day cleanse. And the idea of cleanses just make me laugh, because I'll admit it, I'd never be able to do one. Like, I just know that it's like a New Year's resolution. Like,
And it's a bit of a yo-yo thing as well. Like, you go really hard and then snap back.
exactly.
Yeah.
I've never understood that sort of mentality.
Also,
of life.
man, if he thinks a cleanse is going to undo the last month, I don't think it's
So he tweeted, I'm taking a 30-day cleanse, a verbal fast, no alcohol, no adult films, no intercourse. In God we praise, amen.
There we go. That'll fix everything.
But what's a verbal cleanse?
Just not saying shit.
Not saying anything
Which
at all?
he's continued to do, because that Hannah Montana and Harry Potter tweet was after he announced he was doing this.
Oh, so that was during the cleanse.
Yeah, that was during the cleanse.
No, he's broken
Nice
the
and clean.
cleanse.
And he signed off by saying that his Twitter account would still be lit though. And that, so maybe his Twitter account is exempt from the cleanse.
It's just verbal, like the written word is okay.
Yeah. He went on to say, I'm not talking to nobody for a month. Anyway, 13, 24, 10, I want to talk cleanses. Have you been on a cleanse? Are you currently on a cleanse? What's the best type of cleanse you've done? Just cleanse chat.
Kanye West is on a cleanse. The Kanye chat, admittedly, Ash feels a bit wrong.
It's a lot at the moment.
Yeah,
Bit
but he's on it.
racist, bit controversial.
Well, he's just told us Harry Potter's a racist, and we didn't know that.
no, that's news to me.
And Hannah Montana.
Whoa!
You would have never thought.
In this tweet that he put out, he says that he will be. He said, "I'm taking a 30-day cleanse, a verbal fast, no alcohol, no adult films, no intercourse. In God we praise, amen. But my Twitter's still lit." The next day, another article popped up of him and Kim and a bunch of people talking at one of their kids' school game.
Saints footy game.
Yeah, they're all good again. So the verbal cleanse didn't last very long either. But I want to talk cleanse chat. 13, 24, 10. Have you been on a cleanse, and did it work or did it not?
Hey, Mark, what cleanse have you been on, friend?
Last year in February after my birthday, I thought I'd get off the piss for a month.
Now, whenever this happens to me or a friend, it must have. What was the catalyst for this?
Yeah.
Did you act like a peanut on your birthday night? What did you do?
No, I was pretty well behaved. I just thought, I've been drinking a lot, and I thought I'll get off it for a month, and I'm still off it.
How was I feel like the first weekend where there was an event would have been the toughest. How did you find that?
I had a wedding a couple of weeks after, and it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, right.
I didn't really want to be there anyway.
I took it easy on the booze this weekend, and every opportunity I was with friends, the option was there. I just found it quite interesting.
It's always around.
Always around.
It'd be quite empowering to say no, though, to
Yes.
get through a full week. It'd be satisfying.
Unless you work with Jack Charles and then you cop flack for it every single Monday
or
morning.
any of my friends, like they cannot get away with not having a drink. Mark, we're going to send you a staycation package to the Seabull Hotel. It's overnight accommodation with breakfast bubbles and a $100 Eastland voucher. The Seabull Melbourne Ringwood local luxury destination and gateway to the Yarra Valley. Let's go to Amanda in Narre South.
Amanda, what have you had a cleanse on? Hello, Amanda.
Hello. Sorry.
You're good. What cleanse did you partake in?
So when I was in my 20s, I did a friend cleanse.
Whoa.
And yeah, find the toxic people and you let them go. It felt amazing.
Okay.
And how many friends are we talking? How many were on the chopping board?
I think I chopped like 5.
Whoa!
How did they take it?
Well, I don't know.
I love you, Amanda.
I just dropped them. I found that I was always getting stressed and I was the one that was putting myself out there all the time. So I just thought, stuff this, and just stopped, deleted, blocked, defriended.
Wow. Smart, mate. Smart. Did you ghost them? Yeah, obviously you just ghosted them, just blocked them.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I reckon that's the best way to go about it, though, if you're going to do it. You got to be brutal.
You got to go cold turkey.
Yeah, full. Commit.
Yeah.
Commit to cutting.
Well, I had to, even to have a discussion about it, I was just like,
Nah, trauma.
Nah, not
You're
even
never going
worth
to
the
speak to
time
them again
anymore.
anyway.
And telling them
Yeah.
you don't like them and you think they're toxic isn't going to go down well.
And also, I don't want to hear what you have to say about me saying that. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
This isn't a two-way street. This is a one-way street and you're done. Hey, Amanda, we're going to send you a staycation package to the Seabull Hotel as well. The Seabull Melbourne Ringwood, a local luxury destination and the gateway to the Yarra Valley.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
It's the early show with Dino, Jack and Ash. Get up and go.
On Nova 100.
What's this VCE story? So I'm a simpleton, Ash, so explain it to me. For law students.
For students sitting the VCE legal exam, legal studies exam, apparently the question or the exam question itself has been leaked online. The Department of Education is saying it's not true, but around 9,000 students are set to sit the test tomorrow. And this question, which is evaluate to what extent referendums have the ability to act as a check on Commonwealth Parliament in lawmaking.
Oh my God,
in your
that's
answer, refer to the one recent recommendation of law reform in the Victorian criminal justice system.
Right.
So a lot of students...
So a lot of students will just be going, cramming that one question going, I'm acing that one.
Yeah, I'll try and find examples of this and have that backlog of intel ready
And
to
will
go.
we not know if that's accurate until the exam's tomorrow? Has this exam not been undertaken yet?
No, it's tomorrow afternoon.
It's a leak. Yeah. A leaky. Whoa, wow, man. That's crazy. If I got a free hit for any of my exams in high school, that would be a blessing.
Yeah.
Even a small one.
Hey,
Blood moon tonight.
Blood moon
Blood moon.
tonight. I think it's about 9:07 p.m. is the best
Yep.
time to see it here in Melbourne.
9:07, Jackie.
9:07, I was just reading. And earlier this year there was one. I think it was in May, but because it was during the day in Australia, we didn't get the full force of it.
All right.
we
Yeah,
just saw
so
all the
people in
pictures.
North America really
Yeah.
were able to catch a glimpse of that one, but we were not. So it's when the sun, earth and the moon all align to create that blood moon effect.
When all this stuff happens and they go once in a billion years, it seems like all this stuff happens all the time.
Yeah.
But obviously not this specific one.
Well, I think this one as well, they're like, it's the last time you'll see it until 2025. I'm like, yeah, that's in 3 years. Hey, I also want to give a shout out to Childish Dino Dean.
Oh,
the first
man.
ep came out yesterday, and it's a full virus, as Sam
Whoa.
Pang would say on TikTok.
It's going all right, hey? It's
gone viral.
Man, yeah, it's really cool. Like strangers, I thought the internet was a scary and angry place, but people were being lovely.
I feel like Childish Dino is perfect for TikTok. Like, it's exactly what people want to consume. So if you haven't heard about this or jumped on and seen it, go to Childish Dino on Instagram or TikTok. It's up to 300,000 clicks on TikTok. Congratulations.
Hey,
Dino.
not shabby, eh?
Pretty good.
Good morning, Melbourne. What are you doing? Are you going to the gym? Do you need some motivation? Ooh, indeed, Jack. It's the early show on Nova 100. Not for much longer, though, gang. How many more weeks have we
I
got?
think this is our 19th last show. I'm not counting.
Wow.
Everyone was giving me shit in the office yesterday for
About what?
counting down and knowing how many shows are left. I'm like, Brodie, it's not hard. There's 4 weeks of 5 shows left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm no
Mathematician.
genius.
Yeah.
but I can work
But
that out.
basic
yeah.
math, yeah.
Yeah, under 20 broads. We can count down. It's less than an advent calendar. Hey, let's go to the phones. Gareth, good morning.
How are you?
Well, now, have I got Gareth on? Because I'm doing something wrong here.
Gareth, can you hear us?
Gareth, can you hear us?
Yeah, mate. I can hear you.
Good. Now, you're off to the gym, brother.
Yeah, mate.
What are you doing at the gym, Gareth?
I think I'll train probably chest this morning.
Yep. Now, do you want us to motivate you for this session, mate? Because it's early. I know my brain hasn't thought out.
No.
Yeah, I don't mind.
He doesn't care.
Take it or leave it.
Hey, Gareth, before we get to the motivation, can you just tell us what the name of your gym is?
Nitro.
Nitro.
I love just the idea that a gym's called Nitro, and I can really picture the type of people that go to Nitro.
Nitro people are ripped and they've got those big belts on that stops their stomachs from popping out.
Yes.
Yeah. And people at Nitro don't wear tops, or they wear the thin strap singlets that really hang
Correct.
low.
And people at Nitro are way bigger in the chest region.
than
When
the
you come
legs.
down to the legs, they're skipping leg day.
And necks are very thick.
yeah.
They got thick necks to their... Gareth, and your thick neck, give them hell today, mate, all right? When you're feeling bad, I can't find any motivational music because we're all over the place. But hey, when you're going to do your last rep, you got 5 more in you, Gareth. Do you hear me? 5.
I'll try.
Gareth, I hope your neck's not the only thing that's thick today.
Same, man.
Gareth, get that pre-workout in you and get jacked up, mate.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
No, we haven't helped Gareth at all.
Gareth seems a bit flat about the gym.
If anything, Gareth's going home now. We've done nothing here. If you want a prize, 13 24 10, Gareth, we've got something for you.
Yeah, Gareth, we're going to send you a $200 Harris Scarf voucher. Harris Scarf has everything you need this summer season. Great brands, great prices.
Buy a scarf.
With a neck that thick, is a scarf going to wrap around the... No, that's... Ted and Torquay going for a walk with your dog and to check what?
The surf. Mate, the morning sunrise is just amazing. So, starting the day well.
Oh, would be down there. Can you send us a photo? Can you DM us a pic?
Absolutely. The sunrise is just coming up now. It is just bliss. Absolute bliss.
Man, I would love to be a surfer.
Yeah.
I feel like I was supposed to be a surfer.
Yeah.
People who
You're never
surf
too
are
late.
one with nature.
You're never too late.
Yes, Ted. That's right. Sorry, Ashley, what was that?
You're one with nature when you surf.
You
Don't you
truly
reckon?
are.
Until a shark eats you and then it's all
Yeah.
over.
No, but now you've got these little ankle bands that scare off the sharks.
Oh, and how well do they work?
Real well.
Yeah, all right.
They make you invincible to shark bites. Thanks, Ted. Hey, have a lovely morning. Here's a prize.
Ted, we're going to send you a deluxe gift pack from Panna Organic. Ellie in Somerville. Good morning, Ellie.
Good morning.
Ellie, what would you like to say to the good people of Melbourne?
The people in Melbourne. Sorry, what was that?
What would you like?
JJ in Pakenham. Good morning, JJ.
Good morning, legends.
Hello, mate. What would you like to say to the good people of Melbourne?
I want to say that if you haven't watched Childish Dino, you're a bum.
A bum.
Whoa! He's gone full Bob Hawke. Thank you, JJ. What are you doing today, you son of a bitch?
Just on the road, just driving the truck.
JJ, you're a Brownies podcast listener, I believe. Is that correct?
I am.
You son of a gun.
How did you know?
I just recognise JJ.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys are filming today's podcast in one of my mates' studio, Dill Buckley.
Really?
Yeah.
JJ, we're currently in the Nova Studios, but they're being ripped down around us, and it's very odd. It's like we're speaking into a tin can with a piece of string.
Callers in this current setup is just grim.
It's
isn't
really
it?
tough.
And have you guys seen the button that I have to press to get me on air? It looks like if I press, it'll blow the whole studio up.
I know. Like, I get we're going, but could you have given us just a few weeks?
Pretend?
Yeah, just pretend you still love us. Hey, we're going to send JJ and Ellie a deluxe pack from Hannah Organic as well. Next, though, I want to talk about Jeremy Clarkson, as he's offered some advice to one of the great douchebags, James Corden.
Wow, Corden can't take a break, huh?
Oh.
Could people be wrong?
No, we're right.
Who knows, isn't he?
Unlike Taylor Swift, James Corden is yet to realise that he is the problem. And people, I love that other celebrities are now starting to weigh in to help him out. But before I get to this Jeremy Clarkson story, there was a James Corden tip sent into my favourite Instagram account, De Moi, yesterday, which is that celebrity gossip account where several industry figures or people in the know send in celebrity tips. And one of them yesterday said the subject was staff hate him. And the message was, a friend of mine who works at a very popular late-night talk show told me that the writers of the show purposely write bad stuff to make the host look bad. The host is someone who has had his own troubles recently and is not a good boss to them. So they write stuff that they know is cheap and lazy, but as long as they are paid and can use that lousy humour to make him look bad, they love it.
A la James Corden.
100% James Corden.
Yeah.
Wow.
Then Jeremy Clarkson has now come out and written sort of an open letter to Corden in the Times. Now, Clarkson's somebody that was, a lot of people probably still think he is a bit of a dick, but I don't know if you remember, back in 2015, he slapped his producer over a steak that wasn't right.
What?
I don't remember this.
Yeah.
Jeremy Clarkson from Top Gear slapped someone.
Well, sorry, punched his producer because he was served cold cheese instead of a steak.
Okay. Yeah.
Cold cheese.
So
I can see how you get the two confused.
And that's annoying.
Yeah.
Clarkson's defense.
Right?
But you're not allowed to assault someone.
No. I guess that's where he
went wrong.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Good.
So I feel like he's the right kind of guy to be offering this advice. And he says that he wants to help Corden cure his C-bomb flu, is what he calls it. And
Whoa.
in this letter, he goes, when everyone always sends a car to pick you up and there are hot and cold running assistants eager to indulge your every whim, it's very easy to become a monster. You start to think you don't ever have to do anything for yourself or meet anyone who might be dull. One of my friends who's in a very successful band calls this the C-bomb flu. He then goes on to say that this mate in the band normalises themselves after a tour when he and his bandmates would rent a house on their own for 2 weeks and they do all of their own cooking and washing before going home to their families. So they take this 2 week sort of period to
be normal,
climatise themselves to normality. So then he goes on to say about Corden, soon though, he's coming back to the UK to become an actor again. And this is my favourite. My favourite thing is the way he finishes this. This is a good thing. He's far better at being someone else than he is at being himself.
Oh, wow. Shots fired.
Wow.
I saw him once in One Man, Two Governors, and he was fantastic. Much better than he is as his own person or a presenter at that.
Man.
The C-bomb flu, I like it.
I can understand it, though, because when you're surrounded by people that just, say yes all the time, do everything for you.
Absolutely.
You
become a monster.
You become a horrible
After the
person.
Comedians tour, we should make Pang do two weeks by himself.
Yeah.
He needs
cooking and cleaning.
Bring him back to earth.
Talk about C-bomb flu.
Yeah,
seriously.
right.
It's the early show with Dino, Jack and Ash. Get up and go.
On Nova 100.
Gardner, you well?
I am well. I'm doing very well. Did you step outside and look at the blood moon last night?
No, I didn't blood it up. Did you?
No, I didn't blood it up either.
Damn.
But from all accounts, it was beautiful and worth a look. Jack, did you
blood moon it up, Jack?
Did you blood moon it?
I did, but at the certain point I looked, and I only committed to it for a minute, there was a bit of cloud going over it. It was still beautiful, and I saw the beauty on several Instagram stories, but I definitely didn't see the best of it from where I was.
Sure. Well, we'll have another chance in 2025.
Oh, good.
So,
just 2 more years. Have another look at the blood.
Just get my calendar out now.
Just
Ash,
pop
what
it
date?
in.
What date, mate?
It'll be about this time of year in 2025.
Awesome. May 22. I wonder if I'll still even know you, Ash. Great, it's in there.
What do you mean, will you still even know me?
Louise
What does
in
that even mean?
Mount Waverley, did you see the blood moon?
Oh, no.
What can we do for you,
I
Louise?
saw some photos on socials.
I know, and when you try to take a photo just with your normal camera phone, even if you've got the flash iPhone, it looks shit ass. You need someone
the people's photos on socials were not good.
No, and it gets a little boring when every second Instagram story is of the same thing.
Blood moon. Louise, what are you up to? Are you off to work?
No, it's too early for work, Jim.
What are you doing this morning at Jim Louise?
Oh, you're not allowed to talk about it, apparently. If you're a CrossFitter, you're not allowed to say you do CrossFit.
Why?
Oh, because it's a bit of a cult, isn't it?
We all talk about it too much, and it's a cult.
Oh, right. So, like,
like, how do you know someone does CrossFit? Don't worry, they'll tell you. It's that kind of vibe. Yeah.
Okay.
See, I just think that's for gym people in general. I don't allocate or like discriminate against a certain brand.
You're just against all of it.
Yeah, all of it as a whole. Hey, Louise, we're going to send you a deluxe gift pack from Panna Organic to eat after.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's my thing.
Thank you,
I love
Louise.
it. Thanks,
Enjoy the cult, Louise. Say hello to your cult leader for us. Good morning, Melbourne. Now, I'm very excited, Gardener, because you provided some audio for us here, and it's titled Chicken Man.
It absolutely is. Of course, the Bachelor's handbag is a great go-to. Of course, I am talking about the humble roast chicken.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's like you've said before, it's a great item just to pick up when you've got no other food to go to.
Here's the thing. It's equal parts magical / depressing. It's like an instant, hot, delicious thing. But you are eating chicken out of a bag.
You are eating chicken out of a bag.
Great for going on the boat.
Great for
Grew
the
up
boat.
on it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
Some rolls.
Yeah, some rolls and coleslaw on the boat.
Yeah.
Mum's done her job.
I think the depressing element, Dean, comes in when you say that you shove your hand into the bag on the way home.
Before I get home, I've got chicken hands.
I think for me, that's the depressing bit. Like, at least wait till you get home and class it up a little bit.
You should carry the chopsticks you use, which is quite classy for your cheesels, and use them for the chicken.
Or put cones on my hands to protect myself from myself.
Also, I've got really side note bad news about cheesels before 6.
I read it in my news.
Don't do that to me, man.
Did you not listen to Ash's news?
No,
I'll tell you before 6. We'll do that before 6.
Okay, sure.
Oh, no.
So anyway, I digress. But I want to introduce you to Chicken Man. He's this guy in Philadelphia who has conquered his goal of eating 40 rotisserie chickens in 40 days.
Oh, yeah, Chicken Man. I heard about Chicken Man.
And boy, did the local media have a field day with it.
Hundreds of people, this is true, hundreds of people gathered in South Philadelphia yesterday to watch Alexander Tominski devour his 40th and final chicken. They all stood there and watched him. He documented his chicken challenge online and is better known as the Philadelphia Chicken Man now. When asked how it all started, Tominski simply said, it felt like it was the right thing to do.
It felt like it was the right thing to do. A public service, if you will.
I like this because it doesn't seem too out of reach. Like, it's not too disgusting. Like, a roast chook a day, I'm like,
You would think. Tominski said that the challenge was pretty easy at first, but since then it's really taken a toll on his body. He said he has so much sodium and he felt dizzy at times and his stomach is just bloated. But he pushed on because he felt like it was uniting the people. He felt like it was something that was bringing people together.
Chicken Man is a man of the people, right?
He's a man of the people.
The biggest concern I'd have been around him as well is the chicken sweats, I imagine, would be a real thing. You know, after you eat a lot of meat and you wake up and you're like, yuck, I can smell it coming out of my pores.
Yes.
Imagine the chook smell.
Chicken sweat.
I can see how this would unite people, like a crazy little weird guy with a weird task. People get excited, right? But I wanted to know more about the health stuff.
Yeah.
Did he record anything? Did he gain weight over 40 chooks?
Well, his stomach became
bloated.
quite bloated.
Does that mean he's putting on weight or just feels bloated?
Well, I think because of the sodium, he'd be retaining a lot of, so it's probably just water weight.
Gotcha.
But as they said in that little clip, a ton of people turned out and this was the response.
Chicken Man's a goddamn hero.
He's a hero. He's the hero we didn't know we needed.
Yeah. How good? Okay, just back to the Bachelor's handbag.
Yeah.
The skin, man.
It's good.
Come on.
I know.
Can you wrap a bit of stuffing in it? Oh, God, I need one right now. The early show, Jackie, how many shows left do we have in our
Show
radio
count.
careers?
We have, after today, 17 shows left.
Should we do a show advent calendar?
We should. I feel like we shouldn't. We've left it too late.
Oh, okay.
But inside, when you open them up, Ash says little shots of whiskey.
Yeah.
I was thinking that we could do a fireball shot a morning.
Yeah.
But each day's a different shot. That's the whole point of the advent calendar. A little surprise.
Okay, I'm here for that.
You never know what you're going to get.
If there's alcohol involved.
Will it be an almond latte? Will it be...
Yeah, absolutely not. We shan't be
Fireball.
drinking that.
Absinthe.
Yes.
Hey, Gemma, good morning. How you going?
Very well. How are you?
Fantastic.
Now, this is my friend Gemma Watts. Hi, Gem. How are you?
I mean, just thrilled that I've made good on this promise that I made about 3 years ago.
So Gemma, Ash, and Dino has listened to Chrissy, Sam and Brownie since day one, has listened to the early show since day one. She's somewhat of an MC and an influencer who is like the god of skin. She has a podcast. I'm going to give you a podcast to plug, Gem, the Glow Journal podcast.
Nice.
And
Episode 100 out this morning. Not a big deal. Wouldn't worry.
Hey, that's
yes, Gem.
That's a big milestone.
Jen, the thing about podcasts, people start them, they get drunk, they tell their friends they want to start a podcast, they get to episode 9, realise it's quite hard, you never hear from them again.
Yeah.
100 episodes.
Congratulations.
It's actually the first podcast of all time. No one's ever done one before.
I want to talk skin real fast, Gem. I want each of us to ask Gem a question skin related.
All right, Jackie.
My first question, Gem, is it's a little dirty, but you know how everyone always says semen's good for the skin? Is that true?
I don't think so. I think that's just one of those things that they're saying to get clicks.
Okay.
When you say everyone always says, who's everyone always saying?
I've heard that, Jackie. I've heard that.
Like,
have you?
Yeah, online people are like, yeah, rub it in. It's good for you.
But when you think
There's
about
protein in it.
when you think about it, like semen creates life. So, like, just by dumb logic, you'd think it might do something,
Sure.
Ash.
Gem, I want to know the collagen powders that people chuck in their drinks.
Yes.
Does it actually do anything, or is it all a bit of a beat up?
Mixed reviews. I personally think you do get a bit, but also, I don't know, you don't actually, drinking 8 glasses of water a day doesn't do anything for your skin. So it's a bit kind of in line with that. But I see a difference. I'm actually in my late 70s, but I look 29. So.
Gemma, I bought a product online called Glory Oil. And every night before I go to bed for the last few months, I put on Glory Oil.
That sounds like what Jack was talking about.
Yeah,
But in a bottle.
linked to what Jack has.
I'm the factory of the Glory Oil. No, it's got like flaxseed in it or something, and I feel good with my Glory Oil. Have you heard about this?
I haven't, but if you feel good using something, then go for it. I feel like that's the biggest thing with skincare. The best product is something you can commit to using.
All right.
Ash, right now, what is your must-have skin product? Because you're across everything. This woman is across every brand of skincare, everything. What is your... If someone had to go out today and buy one product, what would it be?
I mean, I'm big into my LED at the moment, which is such an annoying recommendation because it's truly the most expensive thing you can do.
Is that
But
terrifying
I just lie in bed
mask?
like I look like Iron Man. My fiance is a heartbeat away from kicking me out.
Jen, we love you.
Yeah, thanks for calling, Jen.
Yes.
Pleasure.
All the best. Good luck for your 200th podcast.
Thank you. Thank you
Melbourne.
very much.
Good morning. Good morning, Melbourne. Beautiful city. It is the early show on Nova 100. And judging by the body language in this room, I'm a bit worried. I'm going to play some sad piano here. What the hell's going on?
You're about to get some very bad news. Because when I think Cheezels, I think Dino.
I think Australia's favourite cheese snack.
You're like if you should be the brand ambassador.
I agree with that.
I've tried.
We need to try again then. Well, I've got here now the guy, the chief executive of Snack Brands, his name, Paul Musgrave. So that's whose email and DMs you need to be sliding into. Paul.
Chuck Paul a message.
Okay.
Well, of course, energy price hikes are affecting everyone at the moment.
Yeah.
And now Cheezels have also fallen victim.
What?
So the manufacturer that makes Cheezels has been hit by this massive power bill.
What?
And now that cost is being passed on to the consumer, which is you, Dean.
So I have to pay more for my Cheezels?
You have to pay 40 cents more a bag.
But I can still get my Cheezels.
You can still get them. But this just sounds a little bit like shady to me. It's like, well, how come everyone else, like in the world, or in Australia, isn't having these issues? Like if the prices of energy is going up.
We do see it through shrinkflation. You know, when you get your whatever the product is and it seems smaller or whatever. So it comes through in different ways.
So Cheezels aren't going anywhere?
They're not going anywhere. They're just going up in price.
But I can still get my Cheezels.
You can still get
them.
You can get them.
But man, that's 40 cents.
Hey. Oh, yeah.
So that's a big hike, guys.
Ooh.
It's the early show with Dino, Jack and Ash. Get up and go.
On Nova 100.
That WNBA basketball player, Ash, that went to Russia. They
Brittany
found
Griner.
they found some little cannabis oil vape things in her luggage. Not like trafficking or anything. Now they don't know where she is. Like, she's been sent to some scary Handmaid's Tale type penal colony type deal.
Yeah, so she was jailed for 9 years. She was arrested back in February.
Okay.
Then jailed for 9 years. She tried to appeal that. That was unsuccessful. And her lawyers are now saying she's been moved to a penal colony. But at this point in time, they actually have no idea where she is or where she's being sent. They'll only find that out once she gets there. So it's this real scary scenario where her location is completely unknown.
It's messed up. It's like, you think of another famous weed jail story that we know, the Corby one,
the resin clock queen.
That was mate. And what clocks?
How is her clock business going?
Really well. Joel Creasy received one, and his producer Gemma was showing me. She wrote this personal note on it, and then she wrote a second personal note, and sort of alluding to the fact that one day she would clear her name or something, and she numbers what clock she's up to.
What number?
I think it was 600 and something for Kate, Tim and Joel. And then she also sent Gemma on DM video messages of her offering the options of clocks that they could pick. They were all the same.
So she personally makes these resin clocks?
Yeah. Yep.
That's what Chappelle's doing. Her boogie board was stuffed full of weed. We don't know how it got there. This basketballer had an innocuous tiny little amount of stuff, and now she's in a penal colony.
Yeah, in a vape.
Excuse my ignorance. Is a penal colony is like a camps of prison?
Kind of like...
Yeah, they stash them away in a remote area. It's freaky.
And I feel like there's labour involved.
It's actually like the colonies on The Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
That is so scary. My housemate flew back from Paris with a weed vape. He's still asleep in my apartment.
I think they're saying there's a bit of the political influence as well, though, in all of this, because obviously US and Russia, there's a lot going on there at the moment. So
wild, scary stuff.
Scary.
Awful.
Hey, Sharon. Good morning, Shaz. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad. What can we do for you, Shaz?
I actually need to reset my morning because I had a hideous start to the morning. I drank my coffee and my lunch, and I got as far as the front door before I spilt the coffee all over the entry and all over myself. I've had to change. Then as I walked out the door, I realised I've left my sandwich on the floor and squished it. So this is not a great start. Yep.
Shaz,
truly my start.
If you're ever just going to go to Macca's, today's the day.
Yep, today is the day, definitely.
Or back to
I don't even have a coffee to start my day at this hour of the morning.
That's grim, Shaz. Hey, things can't get shitter, really.
I reckon it's a back-to-bed job, Sharon.
I did seriously consider it as I had to change my whole outfit. I thought maybe I should just put pajamas on and go back to bed.
Yeah.
She's in the wars, old Shaz. Good morning, Melbourne. It's the early show on Nova 100. Brennan in Caulfield, what's going on?
Hey, mate, I just on the way to work, but I watched your little Childish Dino show, mate. I've never laughed so much throughout a whole show, even if it's only a couple of minutes long. And then I saw that you had a footy show a couple of years ago, which is another really good laugh. So when's Franco Cozzo going to be on the Childish Dino show?
Hey, Brennan, I'll try and get him on. Brennan, thanks. It's very nice. I made a cartoon. Hey, how good is that man? He's like
that's brilliant.
He's like a pop to me. I love that man.
An animated version of Franco as well on Childish Dino would be neck level funny.
That would be magic.
Hey, Brennan, thanks, mate. It's if you want to see what Brennan's talking about, it's at Childish Dino on Instagram and TikTok. What do we got for Brennan, Jackie?
We're going to send you, Brennan, a $200 Makeout Meals voucher as well, which you can get recipes from restaurants like Entrecote, Mamacita, Easy Peasy, and more delivered to your home. And we'll also send you a deluxe gift pack from Panna Organic.
Hey, thanks, Brennan.
Beauty, cheers, guys. Hey, Dino, one more thing. Did Kudo actually go to your birthday?
He never rocked up. He's too busy. But hey, I stay at his house when I'm drunk sometimes, so it's all good, Brendan. All good.
I love that Brendan went on a Dino deep dive.
I know.
This is great.
Hey, let's go to Geelong now, Ash. Now you go to Geelong for the beautiful scenery and the great people, and also the
flesh-eating ulcer.
Yes. What?
Yeah, this is a fun new thing to look forward to this summer. So we are being warned that there could be a surge in case numbers of the Brodie flesh-eating ulcer.
Oh, I remember we spoke about this earlier in the year.
Yeah, that's right. So now there's been another warning because there's cases
All
in
right.
Geelong.
How do I avoid... Because I don't want the flesh-eating ulcer. I'd like to avoid it. Is it a sex thing? Is it a kissing thing?
Because monkeypox is, we know, friction with skin.
Pox is a sex thing.
Yeah, so
you
you
want
gotta
that
be careful
pox?
there.
You got to have less sex.
Less sex.
If you don't want the pox.
If you don't. Oh, okay. That's a hot tip.
And what about the Geelong ulcer, I'd like to call it?
The Brodie ulcer, so there is a bit of a mystery around how exactly it spreads, but experts this year found evidence that it's carried by both mosquitoes and possums. So obviously we've seen a lot of flooding recently and an increase of mosquitoes around because there's a lot of water sitting there. So I know a lot of people have probably noticed mosquitoes
Apparently
buzzing everywhere.
My best mate Christina, her boyfriend lives in Echuca, and apparently it's wild, the mosquito. Like you just walk through like waves and like smoke puffs of mosquitoes.
Yeah, so
they'll get it.
And the thing with mosquitoes, so it's not just this ulcer. They also spread Japanese encephalitis, Ross River virus, and now this ulcer as well.
Beauty!
So there's a few reasons we don't like mosquitoes, but the possum one was one I didn't realise. I didn't realise possums carry it.
At least with monkeypox, you get a bit of pleasure before the pain.
Jack, well said. I mean, if you are going to get that pox, you may as well...
enjoy yourself.
Correct.
First.
You'd rather get the one that you get from having sex than from a possum attacking you.
Yeah.
I'm sick of getting attacked by possums. This Medibank hack thing, right? So if you're with Medibank, your details might have been released to the dark web, which sucks, right, Ash?
That does, yeah, it absolutely sucks. So it's Medibank and AHM customers, and also some international students were caught up in it. So all up, it's about 9.7 million people whose data has been accessed.
With that, though... What will they be? Do we know what they're using it for yet, or what they do with it? Because it's like, I appreciate that sucks and that's awful, and I'm not at all trying to say, oh, who cares? But it's also like, how important is my data?
Identity theft.
Okay.
And the threat, customers are being warned to prepare for blackmail now, so that they could be, these hackers could be reaching out with messages and blackmailing them. I did get a text, and it's a little weird. It's not so much down the blackmail avenue, but I got a pretty bizarre text last night about someone looking for a boyfriend for their sister, and they thought I'd be a good option. So
that could have been an innocent text.
I mean, you might just have a fan. Don't be so humble, Ash.
It's one of those things that could just be a real pain in the ass for you if you get one of these breaches. Also, I think you're supposed to have a separate password for anything important, and I know that makes sense.
Yeah.
But let's be honest, how many of us can be asked?
Or who can remember?
Mate!
I can't remember them. Or my only separate password is for my CommBank, but I've started to sort of change them up. And I can't remember them. So now I've started a list in my notes on my phone of like Nespresso password.
Right.
Apple password. But then I'm like, hang on.
Yes.
The minute someone hacks my iCloud, there's 10 passwords sitting in my
they'll
notes.
get everything.
They've got a menu of all your
An
shit.
actual menu.
Unbelievable. So, Ash, let us know if you start...
I did appreciate, or not appreciate, but laugh at the meme, though, that the Medibank hacker created. Did you see that?
What is it?
That they released? They like fully created this little shitty meme.
So the hacker is like acting like the Joker of Batman, just trolling everyone. Oh, jeez.
Wow. And they're saying they'll keep dropping their customer details every time Medibank doesn't come to the table with the ransom.
With cash.
How much do they want? Do we know?
No, it's undisclosed. I haven't heard
The thing is,
exactly
this
how
is
much
never
it
going to
is.
stop.
No.
No.
Also, they're a health insurer. I redid mine yesterday. It is expensive.
So expensive.
Oh.
Hey, did you write them down on a bit of paper and hide them under your bed, your passwords? Is that the safest place for them?
Yeah, where do you put them all? Not in my brain. They're not going to fit in there.
That's not an option.
What about tattooed on your inner thigh?
That's actually a great idea.
It's not bad. Good morning, it's the early show on Nova 100. Hope you have a lovely Thursday. Spewing if you went to the Dua Lipa concert last night, if you were in Sydney. People couldn't get in, Ash?
No, they were stuck outside because the ticket app crashed. And so the people at the door were having to check tickets manually, like having people trawl through their emails to find confirmation that they purchased tickets.
How filthy.
Nightmare.
That angry. Apparently she did acknowledge it, though, once everyone got in there. So I imagine someone got in her ear and said, you need to say sorry.
It's not her fault, though.
I know, but everyone would be mad at her. We have an understanding of that. But if you're just some punter going, they're mad at her for not waiting.
True.
She's also here this weekend at the arena tour.
Yes, tomorrow and Saturday. And I was just looking online, and you can still find best available tickets.
Really?
So if you have some interest in going, Dino and I saw her show at the Palais as part of the Always Live initiative, and she was incredible.
Hit it up.
So I'd highly recommend seeing her.
Don't move.
It's the early show with Dino, Jack and Ash. Get up and go.
On Nova 100.
If you want to call us 132410, we got a few prizes to give away. I just read a headline that a Brisbane mother disgusted by weird teen orgy at Westfield Shopping Centre.
Brodie just read that out in our office, and my immediate radio producer mind, I turned to him and go, what'd you see at Westfield?
Yeah.
Well, hey, that wouldn't be bad, actually. I've seen some shit at some Westfields.
Mate.
But this lady reckons she went to use a parent's changing room and 4 teenagers were going wild.
Like getting it on.
Yeah, on the breastfeeding table.
Oh, no.
And then she just slowly shut the door and just backed away. That's wild.
When you've got a screaming child that you need to change, not what you want to be
Not
facing.
4 kids going, what?
It's bad how little that shocks me.
Teens.
I'm kind of like, oh yeah. I would assume that's happening. I was in Emporium the other day in Uniqlo, and there were 3 people in a fitting room next to me. And I heard some sound. I'm like, I don't even want to know what's going on there. I feel like shopping centres, they make people horny.
Is that where people are doing it now? Just shopping centres and baby breastfeeding?
Wait a minute, Jack. You're claiming that at Emporium, you saw some people going at it in the changing room.
I heard some stuff happening. Yeah.
See, when I was a teenager, I thought the craziest thing I used to see at Southland was the Southland Running Man, but this is a different level.
Please explain, Ash.
There's a guy that used to run around Southland with headphones on. Uh-huh. Every time you'd go to the shopping centre, he'd be running around with headphones on. He'd run all the time.
Like a runner?
Yeah, but kind of a speed walker. Then you'd jog really quick and stop and turn and sprint the other way and stop.
What?
Did you wave and say, hey, Dad?
Good to see you, Papa.
Hey, Paul. What are you doing here?
Good morning, Melbourne. Hope you're good. As I said, we got some stuff to give away if you want to tell us about your weekend or if you have anything spicy or have you seen some wild stuff at a Westfield. Hey, it's the early show. Cameron, what are you doing this weekend? Tell us everything, friend.
Well, I'm actually not working, which is going to be a bonus.
Big. And
I'm going to take the family to the show in Ballarat.
There's a show in Ballarat this weekend.
Well, Cameron will give you a family pass for the zoo as well, so you can take him to the zoo at some point.
Yeah, a family pass to Melbourne Zoo. And we'll also throw in a deluxe gift pack from Panna Organic so you can chow down on some chocolate on your weekend off.
Hey.
Beautiful. I appreciate that.
Enjoy, Cam. Trent, what are you doing? Trent in Baldwin.
Hey, Dino. How are you, mate?
Good morning.
Morning. I'm planning to head into St Kilda to watch the Ironman on Sunday, and I was wondering if Ash was going to be in there.
Take it away, Ash.
I certainly will be, yes.
She was just whining in the song, Trent, that she's had too many meetings this week.
I wasn't whining. I was just saying that's what I've been up to this week.
No, you said that you hate your team and you can't wait for it to be over.
That's not what I said at all. I love my team very much. So we've had lots of meetings this week just getting sorted for the race on Sunday. It'll be interesting to see whether the swim goes ahead, though, because the water quality is no good this week.
Oh, apparently there's all literal shit in the water because of the floods. So is it visibly disgusting, the water?
It was looking much better over the last couple of days, but it'll be interesting to see what yesterday's rain has done, and we've got more rain forecast this weekend. So every time there's more rain, it kind of washes.
I didn't realise that was an actual thing. I was down in Sorrento yesterday, even driving along the water there. I'm like, that looks gross. Looks like the Yarra.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if it was like a bit clear, you still wouldn't want to jump in that.
Well, the EPA is actually testing it to see.
Right. So what happens if they remove that element of it?
Yeah, so if there's no swim, I think what my understanding is they do a run, then the ride, then the run.
So you run twice.
You run twice. I think it's normally a sand run.
And is that to you, like, would you rather actually do another run or you want to do the swim section?
I want to do the swim because that's what I've been training for. So I would almost feel like I haven't.
A waste of time.
Not a waste of time, but like you want to do all 3 legs.
So that's the leg you're most worried about, the swim?
No, I don't think it's the leg I'm most worried about. I think the ride has been, it's a 90K ride. So I think the ride has been like the leg that I needed to do the most work on. So, yeah.
Oh my God, your poor bum after 90 kilometres.
Yeah, man, what the hell?
Yeah.
What do you do for that?
I've had to get accustomed to being on the seat for that long. Like that's been part of the training.
Wait, why can't you just get a big ass woolly seat?
Yeah.
Well, you want to be aerodynamic.
Of course.
What about like a whoopee cushion? That's a bit of air in there.
No.
And just tie it up.
No.
Just tie it up, Ash.
Hey, Trent, we're going to send you a deluxe gift pack from Panna Organic and also a family pass to the Big Bash League. Melbourne Renegades return to Marvel Stadium for Big Bash family fun on December 18.
Hey, Darren in Geelong, are you avoiding the flesh-eating ulcer that is ravaging your fair city?
So what was that, sorry?
Da, 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 da. How are you, Darren? What do you got for us, brother?
Just coming home from Duckus Marsh to Geelong, trying to become a pilot. So thought I'll start the weekend a bit early and surprise the family by coming home early, you know.
Pilot stuff. Now, is it real expensive to train to be a pilot? I heard that.
Yeah, pretty difficult.
Have you got a pilot hat yet? A sexy pilot hat? That's what I want to know.
Oh, no, I've got the badges on my shoulder and my chest, but not the hat.
Do you guys
find finish the course?
Pilots sexy? You too?
I not the actual outfit and the kit. Do you know what I find attractive about a pilot? The authority.
Whoa.
Like when you're at an airport and the pilots walk past, they mean business.
Whoa.
Your life is in their hands, essentially.
But not even when you're in the sky, because once you're up there and things go wrong, it's like, I don't know. But it's the authority when you see them in like walking through Terminal 2.
Yeah.
Hey, Darren, the big planes, honestly, once they're up in the air, is it just like autopilot? They can put their feet up or what? What's the deal?
Yeah, look, you're not wrong. Most planes have auto land, that land in the big airports, but if you fly like a small little Piper or Cessna, you're doing most of the flying by hand, so I'm still learning how to fly properly, so I've got to do everything by hand, unfortunately.
Do you get nervous? I've been freaking out. Do you get nervous? Are you ever like, I don't really know what I'm doing here?
Yeah.
After the first week, the nerves subside, but it's pretty... the main issue is abiding by ordered laws of making sure you position yourself and knowing where exactly you are. The actual flying bit's no harder than driving a car.
Interesting.
Love that. Darren, dream airline to work for, go.
Emirates.
Yeah, chic.
Chic, you reckons?
Hey, Darren, we're going to send you a staycation package to the Seabull Hotel. It's overnight accommodation with breakfast bubbles and a $100 Eastland voucher. The Seabull Melbourne Ringwood local luxury destination and gateway to the Yarra Valley. Maybe you can fly there, mate.
Thanks, guys.
It is the early show on Nova 100. Who's up?
It's me.
Yeah, you go first.
You guys, there's a new male contraceptive that's being trialled right here in Melbourne. Because I think for a long time, women have traditionally, carried the load, I guess, of the contraceptive
Quite
responsibility.
literally.
Well, not. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Of the contraceptive responsibility.
Yes, exactly. Precisely. But no, it's been unfair, right?
It has.
It's been unfair.
It has
the
been.
guys just rock up and do their thing.
The women carry the load and then have to worry about the pill.
Correct.
Why don't I think before I open my mouth?
Because you're used to reading your news.com articles, mate. When you go off script,
so offensive.
shit happens.
It really does.
So how do I take this?
Okay, so the trial, 25 guys are taking part in this trial.
Okay.
Essentially, what will happen, a hydrogel is injected into the tube that carries the sperm from the testes.
Sorry. So I inject gel into it. Okay, yeah,
We'll
sure.
inject some gel in, and then that'll stop the flow. And then that lasts lasts about 2 years, and then you can have the procedure
This
done
feels a bit
again.
more hectic than a pill.
Well, I would disagree because with the pill, you're putting hormones into your bodies. There was actually a male contraceptive pill trialled for a little while, and they scrapped the trial because guys started reporting things like mood swings, weight gain, acne, all the things that women have been dealing with the contraceptive pill for years. And so they kiboshed those trials. So this sounds a little less impactful in terms of the hormonal side effects.
And the gel, so where am I injecting it?
Into the tube.
Into the shaft, Jack.
So straight
Not into the shaft, into
Sorry.
the tube.
Into the tube, man.
That carries the sperm from the testes.
Ah, yeah.
So that's different to the shaft.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Right?
yeah. I think so. Someone pull up a diagram.
I don't think I should be teaching you biology 101.
Why not, Ash? Give it a crack.
The men will start carrying the load with gel infused.
And then the gel stops the load from exiting the building.
Sign me up. Sounds fun. I mean, I don't even need it, but sign me up. It sounds
It
fun.
sounds fun, right?
It's just science as well,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
It's science.
It's the Early Show with Dino, Jack and Ash. Get up and go.
On Nova 100.